I know 1550 is like kind of like a magic number when it comes to the SAT score, but like honestly,
I will be attending USC.
I'm going to Barnard College,
JHU,
Uchicago,
Princeton, Yale University,
Harvard, the University of Pennsylvania.
Let's just talk about the stats first. Like, how important is your GPA and SAT? What do you guys want to say about that?
It's definitely not the deciding factor of like whether you get in or not. There's definitely like a bar, but then it's kind of like you're just kind of showing the colleges that if you come to their college, you're capable of like the workload and you're capable of the difficulty of their like general education or like the classes for your major.
It's like a benchmark. As long as you pass like the line saying that you're not dumb to the colleges.
Yeah, like basically that.
Yeah, I feel like it doesn't need to be perfect or like very, very high.
So where do you guys think that benchmark is?
Personally, I think the benchmark is just relative to your grade. I think the top colleges probably all want at least like the top 10% or 50% like from the class, or at least compared to the rest of your grade, you are doing well. Okay, so one person asked, what do I do if my grades dropped really hard last semester? I don't even know why, and I'm not sure if I'm asking my teachers will make any difference. Is there still a chance for me to get into the college I want, even though my last semester grade was 0.4 less than their expected GPA?
Oh my god.
I mean, you had 8 semesters.
I just want to say, first of all, don't stress.
Also, here's the thing, like, colleges won't take all numbers by face value. There are a lot of parts in the Common App where you can explain why a particular thing happened. For example, in this case, you could explain in the additional information section what happened during that semester, if there was anything going on at home, outside of school, etc., that impacted your ability to study effectively.
I also feel like colleges care more about the courses that you took than like the strict numerical GPA that you have. And I think like the worst decision you can make stats wise is to like not take hard classes to protect your 4.0.
The cumulative GPA can also be misleading because a growth curve is also very important if you messed up like your underclassmen years, and you can definitely prove your academic capabilities by just doing better in junior and senior year.
Stats is like a whole big thing, you know? It's not just GPA, so it's like if you're scared about like, you know, your GPA dropping, like Daisy said, like there's still growth curve, so you can still show like a growth in your grades. And Steph said you can like take courses that challenge you, and also it's like if you don't think your GPA is really giving it, then there's things like SAT you can try, ACT you can try. You can also take AP courses, and let's say if you get a 5 on them, while maybe you didn't do that good like in school, but like at least you show that you're able to master the course, because obviously you got a high score on your AP exam. So I think like there's just a lot of ways to make up for your GPA or like to improve your stats.
I also feel like you don't need to stress that much because it's never fully representative of what the college wants when you just Google their average accepted applicants' GPA and compare it to your own. Because a lot of schools have like slightly different GPA systems from ours as well. They might have weighted GPAs, and like people get in for a variety of reasons. So colleges' average stats is never like a stat line for you as an applicant and whether you will get into a particular college.
Is it worth it? Is it worth the time?
Here's the thing though, like a lot of colleges right now are test optional, but then when you see the word optional, sometimes you're wondering, does that mean mandatory? So it's like it's hard to say.
They say it doesn't put you at a disadvantage, but like if you don't submit it, other people are gonna submit it. You know what I mean?
I think Sarah does have a really good point that it does take up a lot of time, especially if you're shooting for, you know, like 1550 plus or anything like up there. I think if you have something like really ambitious that you want to like go for, like some sort of project or some sort of research proposal or something that you really think will like make you stand out, I think your time is honestly better spent a little bit more on that, because it's going to be something that really makes you a unique applicant instead of like putting many hours into boring SAT.
Yeah. Also adding on to that, I know 1550 is like kind of like a magic number when it comes to the SAT score, but like honestly, if you have a 1520 or 1530, like I don't know if it's worth your time to prep another few months
Exactly.
just to get to a 1550 plus.
It feels like the big thing in junior year. You're like
Yeah.
putting all your time in that's like the one big thing that's gonna get you in college. But I don't know if it's hindsight bias or something, but like just looking back, it's not worth, like if you have 1540, I don't think it's worth your time to like spend hours of your day SAT prep and then get a 1570. Don't think it
I think
matters.
it's like it's more of like your school atmosphere. You know what I mean? Because like if you look at the college sports stats, like if you get a 1490, that's already 97th percentile. But then like at SAS, I feel like it's just like more common to get a 1500 plus. So it's like it definitely puts more stress on the students to get like a higher score. But honestly, like basically anything above the 1500s, I think according to College Board at least, the stats wise, it's like 99th percentile. So I think you're good once you're up there.
I think like the questions are not hard, but it's very easy to get questions wrong.
Yeah.
So I think it's just training your attention to detail and like your competency, you know? So like the difference between a 1540 and a 1560, I don't think that matters as
It
much.
doesn't matter.
But if you start off at like a 1200 and you grow to become like a 1500 or like a 1550, that growth, I think it is worth something.
It is worth.
You do learn a lot from like that training.
Also, if you don't think it's not like it's good enough, you can super score. Like not all colleges, not all colleges take that, but actually most colleges that we apply to do take it. So you don't have to worry that much, honestly. So focus on English and focus on math or something. You know, super score it.
Yeah.
Honestly, like the way I approached the SAT is before I took it the first time, I just decided like I will try and see how I do, and then unless it's super bad, I wasn't gonna do it again. But I put a lot of effort like in the 2 weeks leading up to the SAT when I was studying for it, in making sure I could do like the best I possibly could. So just like try to make the most of your first opportunity and kind of use that as a benchmark, I think, for deciding how much future effort you need to put into it.
Definitely don't waste that first opportunity, because it would definitely be more time consuming and requires more effort if you have to take more SATs in the future than if you just cram that 2 weeks and make sure you do really well.
But in the event that you don't do well in your first SAT, don't beat yourself up too
Oh
much.
yeah, of course.
There are lots of opportunities ahead. There's a reason why you are allowed to take it multiple times.
Yeah.
So don't
Yeah,
stress.
just don't drag it out on purpose. Be like, I will always have more opportunity in the future. Don't procrastinate, I guess. Yeah.
Hello, this is Sarah. I would like to just apologize for the sound quality. I filmed on an iPhone and there's nothing I can do about it now. But also I wanted to acknowledge that we don't know everything, and everything we say is just based off of our own experiences. So what is true for us might not be true for you. So if there's anything that you disagree with or something we left out that you think is really important, or you just have more questions, definitely let us know in the comments below. And if you found it helpful, send it to your friends, help each other out, and check out the other 7 videos.
Guys,
Like, subscribe.
hit the notification. I finally understand how hard it is to be